I hate to break this to you, but even if woke did mean forced diversity or liberal ideology, the games that you praise from the good old days were still woke.
So I can't help that you're stupid.
I hate to break this to you, but the games that you praise from the good old days, were always woke. Like, I don't even care, Y'all are just some wild bigots and shit,
Woke means to stay aware of racial injustices.
I love how she is like, actually, woke is actually about being awake to the struggles of the brother community and being awake to discrimination and shit, Then it's like, and even if woke did mean forced diversity and liberal ideology, the games you praise from the good old days were still woke,
The games that you praise from the good old days were still woke.
You really are stupid, ain't you?
And then never actually gives any examples of which games were like this. But yeah, even going by her own broken ebonics definitions, she would still be wrong, since the vast majority of games from the 80s, 90s, hell, even the early 2000s, didn't feature any red guards, okay, or brothers in them. So I don't get how gaming could have always been woke, quote unquote woke, when there couldn't be any racial discrimination to begin with, since they didn't even exist in those games to begin with. So how the fuck is there racial discrimination? How many black people are in Pac-Man, by the way? Mario, Zelda, Metroid, the early Final Fantasy games? Are there fucking any? Because I'll be honest, okay? I can't think of a single one. So by her own broken logic, this argument doesn't even make any sense in the fucking slightest. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Mario was actually fighting racial injustice back in the 80s, back during the original Super Mario Bros. Bowser was actually a white supremacist. Like, come on, Shaniquas and Tyrones are practically non-existent back in the 80s and 90s.
If you're using a term rooted in Black survival language as a shorthand for "I don't like this," you're not making a cultural critique. You're repeating a buzzword. And anytime that I hear someone use woke in this way, it lets me know that you're either being malicious or you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, girl, for real. When a queen is speaking, you better sit your white ass down and listen. Y'all just being some racist bigots and shit, man. Yeah, girl, my do be stank, but that's not going to keep Tyrone from hitting my ass up and impregnating me and shit, and leaving to go get milk when he finds out I'm 1 month pregnant. For real, like we be like slang and shit on God, for real,
Real talk.
But yeah, today we'll be looking at a great and wonderful video by a stunning and brave queen who is so diverse and shit, man, that she literally has built her own hair into a literal bird's nest. Like, bro, that's so cool and inclusive, okay? Allowing all the birds out there to flock and to be safe, laying their eggs in your hair, being safe from those evil, racist snakes on the ground trying to eat you and shit. Like, bro, like, if you even look further into her, like if you look into her beautiful face and you observe her beautiful glasses, okay? Even her glasses don't see no color. Like the frames are mostly black, for example, much like her beautiful and strong self. Meanwhile, she has some white tape taped to her black frames, showcasing that blacks and whites can coexist in a society where one isn't just mooching off of the government through EBT and welfare checks while the other one has to actually work for everything they got. Like they can coexist in peace and harmony, Like I think this woman right here, this queen, okay, this body type too, to be, more inclusive to her, okay? I don't want to assume her gender, okay? Like I think this woman right here might just actually and unironically be Mother Teresa, like reincarnated as a queen, okay? If you really do think about it. Look, she even has flowers tattooed all over her beautiful body and shit, meaning not only does she not see color, okay, but she's also inclusive towards the plants too, like hashtag plant lives matter, am I right? Okay, but seriously, enough with the jokes. Today we'll be taking a look at a video called Video Games Were Always Woke, sorry, by a very strong and independent content creator named simsigga, Ega? I don't know, because I guess she's just a sister mixed with a nigga, like, I don't know, but it do be like that and shit. All I'm going to say though, real quick, like for real, like on God, like no cap, if we go to her channel and go to the video section, I can't help but notice she has her hair real straight. Like, do you see this shit? Isn't this like white people appropriation and shit? Like seriously, you know damn well this body type 2 queen right here would go off on a white woman who has her hair braided, even though that, you know, braids didn't come from black people to begin with and actually came from, who would have guessed it, white people. But yeah, she would go off on her like, girl, I know you didn't just braid your hair and you be racist and shit and like appropriating my black culture and shit, man, sister, take that shit off, man. I just don't get the double standards, you know, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. But yeah, to say this video in this channel is not very good would probably be one of the biggest understatements in the history of like the entire world. But I'm not even joking when I say this, but this video about gaming always being woke or whatever, she literally doesn't even talk about games or gaming at all until like halfway through the video at like the 8-minute mark. And what it is that she begins to talk about is the fucking Sims. Like, really, are you for real right now? Like, bitch, please. But yeah, much like Never Not June's video that we took a look at, you know, a few months ago, this queen right here, yes, the one with the literal bird's nest on her head, gives a long history lesson about how blacks basically created everything from the term woke to rock and roll music. Like, we was musicians and shit, man. Basically, we was kings, we was queens, we created everything and shit. The stuff we've been hearing for the, like, you know, past decade or so at this point. And honestly, just watching this really does fill my fatigue meter all the way to the max, kind of like an alt in like a hero shooter, you know? Like, it's about to go off, okay? It's about to burst, it's about to pop, I'm about to pop my alt, I'm about to pop my fatigue trigger, okay? But yeah, this video has almost nothing to do with gaming, to nobody's surprise, because let's just be honest, okay? Queens don't play video games, and this is living proof of it. This video is nothing more than to push your political agenda that white people bad and Tyrones and Shaniquas are good. Y'all are just racist and shit, Even though these, you know, people are the real racists and legitimately not only hate themselves and their own race, but are also envious and highly racist towards white people and pretty much all other races, including Asians, Hispanics, and probably even poop jeets. But I think we can let the racism, okay, the racism towards the straight shitters slide, because let's be honest, I think we can all be a little bit racist, okay, towards the street shitters. Okay, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest.
You know, everything Latina Parfait he says is based and correct.
But yeah, before we take a look at her amazing and wonderful video that's definitely not a propaganda piece, I just want to make it crystal clear that I am indeed, in fact, a proud supporter of BLM. Not to mention, I'm also clearly and obviously a brown woman. So yeah, I'm not a bigot, I'm not a racist, and I love the POC community. Also, make sure to join the Latina Kingdom by hyping up this video and subscribing to me so we can put an end to bigotry, racism, and the patriarchy, okay? Alright, but anyways, let's get into this play that shit.
I keep hearing that video games are too woke now, which is interesting because I don't think most of you know what that word even means.
Wrong, moron!
Bitch, I don't think you know what that word means. It means gay shit, leftist bullshit, communist shit. That's what woke means. And guess what? People are getting tired of it and don't like it. We're tired of every game putting powerful and independent body type 2s in games who act like girl bosses and boss around the guy characters. We're tired of Afro Man number 62 invading games and media, hopping borders into games and media where he doesn't belong, such as Yasuke and We Was Kang's, you know, Shadows, or Musa educating us about how Islam in the mud huts of Africa are so much better than, you know, Bohemia.
And we treat women with greater respect.
Horseshit, bullshit artist.
All I can say is that this muddy hill is about the only thing I have seen of your country. And that has not made much of an impression on me.
Or Deborah Bug-Eyed Wilson being, you know, plopped into every fucking game on planet Earth. Or pride flags being in every game like Call of Duty or Spider-Man. We're all growing so tired of this shit. Like, who the fuck was asking for a black Snape in Harry Potter? Or a brown Hermione? Like, wasn't that motherfucker in the books described as pale with, like, straight hair? Not from the lands of Wakanda pulling up with some dreads and shit. But if we do just go on a little side tangent, I mean, this is kind of relevant, but if we go to the new trailer for the Harry Potter reboot, for example, it's hilarious. Pretty much every comment is making fun of Brother Snape. Like, bruh, the top comment, for example, is, "Here someone wants to steal the Philosopher's Stone, immediately assumes it's a black teacher." Or this one, okay, this one. "This is the reason why Dumbledore didn't let Snape teach defense against dark arts." But I think my favorite one, probably the funniest one, at least the one that I read, okay, it's near the top. I didn't read too many of these, but this one was pretty funny, okay? "It's just a word, professor. Calm down, bro. It's not that deep. You people say it all the time." Like, goddamn, this shit is brutal, isn't it? But I guess this obviously isn't woke, and people aren't growing tired of this woke bullshit, which is pretty surprising since this video got a pretty good amount of views and the like ratio is rather fucking high. But I guess YouTube really does like to promote the woke POC creators.
There is a war going on in the gaming space, where one side uses woke as a blanket term to mean a liberal agenda, and the other side uses woke and by extension DEI as a slur, one meant to diminish anything that attempts to incorporate diversity.
While diversity is woke, hiring somebody or making a character just to check a box is literally the definition of woke. And what the f are you talking about DEI being a slur? What is me saying something is woke or DEI now the equivalent of me calling a black person the N-word with the hard R? Like, are you for real right now? Do I need the fucking DEI pass instead of the N-word pass? like what the f are you on about?
The true irony is that both sides are not only using the term incorrectly, they are also going against exactly what woke was supposed to fight: black erasure.
I keep laughing at how stupid you are.
Oh my god, here we go again with this black erasure bullshit in the history of what the word actually meant, and that black people are the ones who actually created the term woke, and black people created this, and black people created that. Like, it's all just so very fucking tiring, man. These people can never stop talking about race or themselves. They must and they have to insert themselves in the color of their skin into literally everything. These people are straight up narcissists and racist. Like, this is the Never Not June guys, video all over again. By the way, if you're liking this video, then make sure to check out that video as well. Honestly though, check out all of my videos, cause let's just keep it a buck, black erasure, okay? All my videos be Jimmy, all my videos be based, and all my videos be straight up gold, straight up diamonds, okay? Also, I love how she is like going against what woke was supposed to fight, as if definitions and words don't change over time, such as the term gay, that used to mean happy. Now it's used to describe people who like to take it up the rear, going to pride parades half naked, probably most of the time fully naked, let's just be honest, in front of literal children, and then somehow in their pea-sized minds they aren't, cheese pizza enjoyers. I don't know. Also, the term woke didn't come from black people. This is just another case of black people hijacking and stealing, living up to the stereotypes, I might add, hijacking a word and phrase, and then being like, man, shit, hold up, dog, we finna create the word woke and shit. Woke actually came from the right. The original phrase was being awake, meaning you were in the know of what the government was doing, who ran the world, the conspiracies, Freemasons, Bohemia Grove, all that type of shit. And then you guys stole it like how you steal anything and rebranded it to woke.
I hate to break this to you.
Shut your bitch ass the fuck up!
But even if woke did mean forced diversity or liberal ideology, the games that you praise from the good old days were still woke. The games that you praise from the good old days were still woke.
You're all buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Wait, so let me just get this straight, okay? Which I get it, you're not straight, all right? Like we all can see that. We all have eyes. We get it. You don't like men, and it's probably not by your own choice, which is obviously fine. We all can't be Shakiras like myself. But first off, you're like, y'all don't even know what woke means. Now you're like, but even if you did know what it means, the games from the good old days were still woke. That's right, girl. Pac-Man was woke. Mario Bros was woke. Zelda was woke, Donkey Kong was woke. Like, I love how these people do this shit all the fucking time.
From challenging authority to deep metaphors about corruption and indigenous theft, video games have always had a deeper message. You just weren't paying attention. Today,
There's no way she's using Sonic the Hedgehog to try to insert her political bullshit about how video games have always been woke. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, you know that game where you play as the blue hedgehog and collect the Chaos Emeralds, turning into Super Sonic and fighting Eggman? Well, actually, that was woke, you stupid chud. Also, how the fuck are you going to say games have always been woke, then use a game that came out in '99? Like, shit, I didn't know Sonic Adventure 1 was the first ever video game created. Like, yeah, let's make a point about games always being woke, then use one from decades after video games were ever created. Great point, but to be honest, I don't think I've ever really met a queen with an outstanding IQ, or honestly ever met one with one, you know, being more than double digits. Like, if you're going to make a retarded ass argument like video games have always been woke, then maybe pick a game that came out before 1999. Like, I don't know, Miss Pac-Man. You could be like, well, you know, she was the first female video game character, and thus, you know, proving games have always been woke because, you know, they added a female character back in the fucking 70s or 80s, and thus, you know, video games have always been woke. Like, yeah, obviously to anybody with the brain, Miss Pac-Man isn't woke, but it'd be a hell of a lot better than to use Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, what are we doing here? Did you even think any of this shit through? Probably not, since you lack that ability.
I'm gonna break down what that word actually means.
Luckily, I had, you know, the pleasure of having 62 IQ.
Define what you're actually trying to say, and let you know that even by your own logic, you're still wrong.
Wrong, moron!
If it's by my own logic that any game with gay characters or leftist ideology and bullshit is woke, then how is my logic wrong exactly? But maybe I should just shut up and listen when a queen is speaking to me.
The phrase "stay woke" did not come from social media or white liberals, but from AAVE.
Nobody cares.
Maybe I'm just stupid and this isn't actually her, but isn't that Ariana Grande? Maybe it's her African-American doppelganger, I don't know, but last I checked, she isn't black, she's Italian, I'm pretty sure. Also, what the hell does she have to do with anything? Like, why wouldn't you use video game footage for the background or something relevant? Let me guess, it's because you're not a gamer, you hate games, and you want to destroy this hobby, much like how the brothers burnt down half of America, destroying, you know, America, during the shit, man, I can't breathe, waiting for the exhale riots.
I can't breathe, I'm waiting for the exhale.
Now, AAVE was mocked and made fun of,
Rightfully so.
only to then be appropriated by white people to stand out or sound cool. Most notably terms like slay, period, cap.
Are you talking about white people or ghetto white girls? Because I don't think I've ever unironically heard a white male say the term slay before. Honestly, this isn't even white people, this is just the gay community. Nobody straight is saying this shit, okay? Let's be honest. And what the hell is this gagged? That's like the definition of gay. Bro, that's like definitely gay, okay? Like, bro, I don't think there is a more gay word in the dictionary than that word right there. Holy that shit is gay.
Gagged, cis. These terms were founded by black and black queer people who are also made fun of and excluded by the broader gay community to this day.
This is fucking gay.
Both sides are guilty of prejudice. The practice of using black culture while erasing the black people who created it is not new.
The self-awareness of this beautiful and thought-provoking queen who's probably going to be a doctor when she grows up is literally in the negatives. Like, these body type 2s here that you are showing on the screen are using white culture with their straight hair. Like, what you're showing on the screen is literally hurting your argument. It's hurting your case. Like, how did you not see this or think of this when you put this into your editing software while you were editing it? Like, bro, there is only so much stupidity one person can take, and honestly, I'm starting to reach my limits, okay? I'm starting to reach those limits.
Did you know that the popular term mumbo jumbo, meant to symbolize gibberish or nonsense, actually stems from African goddess Mama Jumbo?
Who the fuck cares? What does this have to do with video games always being woke? Oh, did you know that this term that nobody gives a shit about and most people never use actually originated from black people? No, I didn't, and I also didn't ask. Although maybe I did know it was from black people. Like, who else? What other community would come up with a term like mumbo jumbo? Let's be honest.
A matriarchal culture that Oxford's dictionary once defined mumbo jumbo as name of a grotesque idol said to have been worshipped by some tribes. In its figurative sense, mumbo jumbo is an object of a meaningless ritual. Colonizers not only took a sacred religious practice and made it a mockery, they cut down and took their baobab trees.
Oh, so she only brought this up so she can say that the white man is racist, even though it was their own people who sold them off to another race. But let's just ignore that since it doesn't paint the fatigue community in a good light. Like, this has nothing to do with gaming. Stop LARPing as a gamer. We seriously do need to bring back gatekeeping and shun people like this. Kick them the fuck out of this hobby.
The plant that stored invaluable water, fiber, and medicinal properties for their people.
Man, shit, they took our plants and shit, man. Now we can't grow no mumbo jumbo weed and shit, man. Shit, man, where my plants at, bro? But like, if you're going to like, you know, bring up this, can you at least like, I don't know, keep that same energy and also bring up how in America the brothers make up only, you know, about what, 13% of the population, yet commit more than 50% of the crimes? Like, it's only fair, you know? Also, I don't know how this is my problem or anybody's problem, considering nobody alive back in those days is still alive today. So you're basically blaming the shit on people who have zero connection to any of this crap. Meanwhile, we're experiencing, you know, the chaos and all of the problems that the brother community are causing. So I'm just saying.
Black erasure runs deep. Elvis Presley, one of the most prominent and popular musicians in the world, gained his fame not just off of his sole talent, but off of the backs of black art.
And here we go again with why people stole our music and shit, man. Even though, let's just be honest, 90% of black people aren't listening to Elvis. Let's just be real. Honestly, I'd probably take it a step further and say that like 99.999999999% of black people aren't listening to him, or any forms of fucking rock music. What they are listening to instead is dog shit modern rap like Kendrick Lamar and hood rap with trap beats. Like, bro, Kendrick Lamar, for example, is like literally everything that's wrong with fucking rap music and just, you know, black culture, hood culture, you know, fucking just all that type of shit, okay? Let's just be honest. So like, why is this even a problem? Oh, like, oh no, bro, they stole our music, even though we don't even listen to that type of music to begin with. Also, just because a certain race created something, it doesn't mean other races can't use it or expand upon it. Like, again, it's just more straight up racism, which again, these people are all racist. You'll never find anybody who's more racist than a fucking queen. Like, prove me wrong, okay? Prove me fucking wrong. You can go to the most southern hick shithole in America and you still won't find anybody more racist than a queen. Like, it's all entitlement. It's always about them. It's always about how black people are oppressed. Black people are this. Oh my god, bro, the white man is always hating and bringing down the, you know, the black people. Bro, we could have been engineers and doctors and shit if it wasn't for the white man oppressing us and shit, man. I only need to steal from the bank and rob these houses so I can, you know, pay for my tuition and shit, man. It's always about, you know, shit that happened in the past that nobody in today's modern age gives a shit about, except these retards who have nothing better to do than to LARP as gamers when everybody with a brain, with literally one brain cell, one functioning brain cell, knows damn well that queens don't play video games, okay?
The song Hound Dog was originally recorded and performed by Big Mama Thornton. Not only did Elvis use the song, he mimicked her dances and repeatedly used black artists' moves and flair.
And what's the problem here? You're basically just butthurt at this point that Elvis got famous and popular and not the obese Miss Buttersworth. Which, no disrespect to her, she probably was a good queen. Queens back in the day actually had some self-respect and actually weren't loud and obnoxious like the ones in today's modern times. But yeah, it couldn't possibly be the fact that Elvis is just a better musician with the better voice, better star power, more talented, more handsome and attractive. And the reason Miss Buttersworth didn't become popular like Elvis is because of those damn racist white people, man. How dare Elvis cover a song that he didn't write, which I don't think this queen realizes this, again, because her IQ is like the weather during a cool autumn day, aka it's in the fucking 60s. Big Mama Thornton didn't actually write that song either. She only sang it. The majority of people back in the day, and hell, even today, don't write their own songs. They have writers who do that shit for them. So you're getting mad at Elvis for singing a song that originally was sang from a black woman who didn't even create or write the song to begin with.
Going on to make millions. While she received a one-time payout, he made exuberant royalties.
I don't care to look into the details, but usually artists can choose between a flat payout or royalties. Also, Elvis's version is obviously way more popular and well known. Again, this is just jealousy, which I don't even get since I highly doubt she's related to Mrs. Buttersworth over there to begin with, so I don't get why she would really care.
Originating in the 1930s, woke means to stay aware of racial injustices, because the cost of being asleep was deadly.
I'd honestly place money on it. Literally all of my life savings that she watched Never Not June's video about the history of woke and woke games and is just parodying this talking point. It didn't originate in the 30s and it didn't mean what it does today because words and phrases change over time. When people said staying awake back in the day, and even, you know, before the 1930s, because let's be real, people did use this phrase even before that, they meant it in the most literal sense. Like, this is just some next level retardation trying to compare the phrase that was meant quite literal back in the day to the modern definition of it. Like, this is really just a sign of low intelligence, which the Red Guards of the real world, much like in the world of Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, and the Elder Scrolls, they are much more savage and full of strength than they are of intelligence, unlike the intelligent and often much lighter Bretons, or hell, even the Wood or Dark Elves. But yeah, she can honestly fix her stupidity. All she has to do is level up a few times, you know, and maybe put some of those attribute points into intelligence and not strength. It's not too difficult to do, to be honest, but I guess she's starting at, I don't know, like 10 intelligence and she's 90 away from 100, so I mean, it's probably gonna take a little bit more than a few levels, let's be honest. But yeah, she then brings up Jim Crow laws and how the pigs target the brothers, even though, you know, black pigs do exist, but I guess those are just Uncle Ruckuses, am I right? She then brings up Trayvon Martin, which of course she does. I'm honestly surprised she didn't bring up St. Floyd as well. But yeah, giving this shitty history lesson, which I gotta put in air quotes, doesn't make your video any better, but obviously to low IQ retards who are watching this, aka the Red Guards out in the world, aka the N-was, they are like, wow, slay queen, you're so smart, oh my god, because it's obviously really easy to entertain and impress an idiot.
To be woke is to be aware. It's to protect yourself and your fellow man. Black people founded it.
Even if they did found the word woke or the phrase woke, which they didn't, by the way, who cares? It doesn't change anything. The shit is still woke, the shit is still going to be perceived as negative, and people still aren't going to like it. Honestly, saying this type of dumb shit just pushes people even further to the right.
And it's almost poetic how it was taken from us and given a different meaning.
Poetic, bruh, come on, poetic. Bro, what is, like, with, you know, Red Guards and using, like, the phrase, like, poetic, like, especially, like, poetic justice. Oh my god, that shit's so cringe. Like, man, shit, man, that's some poetic justice, man, shit, man, I listen to Tupac every day, man, shit. Like, are you serious right now? She's trying to say that the right stealing the term woke is poetic, even though that's all the Red Guards are known for, is stealing. And she's trying to equate it to slavery somehow. Like, what, bro? Come on, man, come on. Yes, that's what she's trying to do right now. She's trying to say that us chuds, you know, us chuddies, using the term woke is the equivalent to owning, like, I don't know, a plantation. Like, bro, you can't make this shit up.
Woke does not mean LGBT, strong women, or even diversity.
That is what it means. That's exactly what it means. What are you talking about?
But how did we get here? The word was taken twice.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Man, shit, the evil wild man stole our word twice. Man, shit, man, shit. It's a word in the English language, little bro, little sis, I guess, little zis, maybe if I gotta be inclusive, a bit more inclusive, okay? You can't steal a word, you fucking idiot. I didn't know the Red Guards put a copyright on the term woke. Did anybody know that? Shit, man, this is the first time I'm hearing about this. Like, I really do need to invest in fatigue for my next few levels. You know, kind of like how the, you know, the Red Guard queen over there needs to invest in intelligence. You know, I gotta build up my stats as well. I gotta build up my fatigue stat. Because like I said, like, bro, like, it's literally reaching critical levels. Because for, like, real talk, like, I'm not even joking, my fatigue has been capped the fuck out, okay? Like I need to increase my fatigue, okay? I need to increase my fatigue levels.
First, white liberals adopted it as a term for progressive politics. An empowering term for black people was now a vibe.
Wait, can we, like, rewind that?
For black people was now a vibe.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
A vibe? Is that what she's saying? A vibe? Like, I seriously can't understand these ebonics being spoke right now. But yeah, she really doesn't say anything of note other than, man, shit, I hate the evil white man for stealing our culture and shit. Man, shit, I mean, that's basically what the next several minutes of the video is, which you think I'm exaggerating. Like I'm sure you think I'm exaggerating, but I'm really not, okay? I'm really not. If you think I would exaggerate after already watching this far into the video and seeing just how few spells she can cast, you know, due to her like low intelligence level, then newsflash, you probably are also a low intelligence build. It's okay though, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay, since obviously you can become a high intelligence build by liking this video and subbing to me. I'll enlighten you and will turn you from a soy boy bitch who drinks and who, you know, gulps down Soylent every day, okay? And buys Funko Pops to an ultra giga Chad who gets all of the Latinas, who gets all of the bitches, okay?
Now that we've established what woke actually means, let's apply this to a real world example.
You literally didn't establish anything. You just made shit up in your head that's not true. Just because you convince yourself of some stupid lie doesn't make that lie true.
Popular creator Sachon Sims made a video using the term woke the way many online commentators do, as a synonym for cringe, censorship, and oversensitivity.
If literally everybody is using the term woke like this for gay shit and leftist propaganda, and you're the only one saying otherwise, then you're obviously the one in the wrong here. But yeah, she's about to explain what The Sims is for all of the queen gamers out there who don't play video games. I mean, I guess she knows her audience, right? But I just love how she opened up the video with the games that you praise from the good old days are still woke. And here we are, like, I don't know, 10 minutes into the video finally talking about video games. And the game is, you know, that she decided to talk about is The Sims. Wow. So video games have always been woke, yet you can't even give any examples other than The Sims. And even the game that you do give as an example of woke, it supposedly isn't woke because woke also somehow doesn't mean leftist propaganda, which it's like, can you make up your mind? It's like you just keep changing and moving the goalpost and the definitions to whatever suits your dumbass narrative at the moment. So even by your own broken logic of games always being woke, which how you described was due to black people staying awake to their surroundings or whatever, that in and of itself completely defeats your argument. Like, how the can you be this stupid? How many games from back in the 80s and 90s actually featured, you know, black characters and the theme of them quote unquote staying awake to oppression or whatever bullshit? Nah, scratch that shit. How many games from back in the day even featured brothers or sisters? Not very many, other than a small handful such as sports games or rare examples like FF7 with Barrett. But even that, Barrett wasn't some stereotypical brother who was, you know, staying awake because the evil white man was out to get him and bringing him down and shit. So like, where and how have games always been woke? You said what woke means is, you know, black people being awake, you know, being aware to their surroundings. Yet the majority of older titles, probably like, I don't know, 99% of them, let's be honest, didn't feature or have any brothers in them, okay? Like, how can you be this stupid? Shit, man, games aren't woke. Woke doesn't mean gay shit. Then you're like, and even if it meant, you know, forced diversity or liberal ideology, the games that you praise from the good old days are still woke. You say games aren't woke, then you say they are woke. Like, you do realize, you know, these are like contradictory statements, right? Like, can you make up your mind? But yeah, so she's basically just going to show an X on the screen with this stupid game show buzzer every time he brings up something woke or diverse about the game.
However, he uses the term woke to mean that the game, and by extension the general community, is too safe, watered down, or trying too hard to appeal to a broader audience, essentially calling wokeness a bad thing. So let's point out all of the times that Satch uses it incorrectly.
Inclusivity that The Sims 4 actually has. Many companies these days in general, I think, are terrible for like blackwashing or rainbow washing their content in order to make it woke and diverse.
These clips, what he actually means to say is liberal or progressive. And while even those terms wouldn't be the perfect categorization of what he's trying to say, it's much better than using black terminology.
What are you talking about, you retard?
It's better than using black terminology. Remember, these people like this beautiful woman on the screen right here who is like a 10 out of 10, just peak beauty, okay? Just the definition of gorgeous, okay? Are the progressive ones. They are the ones who are, you know, so loving and so tolerant and most certainly not racist at all. Despite the fact that she's telling you right here and right now, you can't say specific words because they are quote unquote owned by their Red Guard community? Like, in what world is that not racist? Please, for the love of God, can somebody please, I don't know, please tell me? You're literally saying people can't use words based upon the color of their skin. That is by definition racism, which I don't even care if you're a racist. By the way, who the fuck cares? The problem here though is these people try and pretend and try to act as if they aren't, you know, racist. They lie to you and basically bully anybody who disagrees with them, and also can only ever bring up their skin tone. Like, notice how many times this motherfucker and all these other, you know, Red Guards in the Red Guard community have to bring up their skin tone. Also, I love how she's like, oh, he can't use this word because he's not a Red Guard. Well, how about you stop speaking the English language then? Because last I checked, English didn't originate from Hammerfield, aka Willy Wonka's chocolate rivers of mumbo jumbo land. So I'll stop saying and using the term woke once you stop and revert back to, you know, the mumbo jumbo chocolate river language. Not to mention, another word that, you know, they claim is theirs is the N-word, the dreaded N-word, even though, again, that didn't come from them, that came from the Spanish language. But I can't say that because, you know, that'll be very racist, she says, even though she's doing the exact same shit. You don't own these words, you don't own shit. Also, just because you're a Red Guard doesn't mean you can just take the accomplishments or the achievements of other people within the Red Guard race, okay? Like, that's the level we're on right now. Imagine a white guy that has no connection to Thomas Jefferson trying to take credit for inventing the light bulb just because he's white, and trying to force non-whites to not use light bulbs anymore because his race created it and not theirs. Like, how do you not see how fucking retarded this shit is? But yeah, just never forget, these people are the ones calling everybody else racist. It's pure projection on their ends. But yeah, she just basically regurgitates the same illiterate talking points she has been since the start of this video, and it's just her talking about The Sims, which I don't give a shit about since I'm not a body type 2. The video she's responding to brings up how the older Sims games used to be more based, and how wokeness ruined the, you know, Sims 4. So her counter argument is, actually, The Sims 2, you could be gay, which I already went over this dumbass argument in my Never Not Jews video, so check out that video if you care or want to hear more on this subject. But I think I've subjected myself enough to this torture, okay? This was somehow worse than that Antonio Speaks video and Never Not Jews video, like, combined. Like, I swear to God, it really feels like these videos are just written by ChatGPT. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they were, or at the very least heavily used in the making of them, especially for that Antonio Speaks video about games always being woke, because these people are clearly using words that they would never use in, you know, their daily life, which, I mean, like, the words they're using aren't even that big to begin with, but you know damn well they're not talking like this behind closed doors. So, like, I heavily suspect that they're using ChatGPT. But yeah, I'm done wasting my time on this trash.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out. Real talk.